Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Emma Jean Sue Welch of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Billy Lee Schultz of Salem passed away Wednesday, January 8th at the age of 87 years. Funeral services for Bill Schultz will be Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends will be Tuesday evening from 5 until 8 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to Corinth Baptist Church. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Billy Lee Schultz of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is it's absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. First up in news today, let's take a look at those cancellations. The Salem boys basketball game with Sullivan has been postponed and rescheduled for February 3rd with only a JV and varsity contest played that night. Again, the Salem boys basketball game with Sullivan scheduled for tonight has been postponed to February 3rd. The Salem Senior Center is closed. The Salem License Bureau is closed. The City of Salem offices are closed. The Dent County Courthouse is closed. Healthy Dent County and the Salem Community Center at the Armory is closed. And the Salem Public Library is closed. For tomorrow, Saturday, January 11th, the Victor Baptist Church in Annette's second Saturday free giveaway has been canceled this month due to the snowfall. The Dent County Commissioners met Thursday morning at the courthouse. Dent County Treasurer Denita Williams reported on the sales tax received this month. The General Revenue Fund and Law Enforcement Sales Tax Fund each received $92,864.40, which is less than the $98,823.98 received in January of 2024. The Road and Bridge Fund received $43,671.90, and that is down from January 2024 receipt of $45,679.68. The Dent County Jail Operating and Trust Funds each received $87,764.88 compared to $91,781.07 received in January of 2024. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green and District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams both said crews were still doing snow removal and treating slick spots on the county gravel roads, as well as removing limbs and trees that have fallen across the roads or are hanging low in the roadways. Green said he has a truck down that will need to go to Naphide, and Williams also has a truck down that needs repair. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson suggested adding Ed Pratt to the Tourism Tax Committee, and that appointment was approved by all the commissioners. Larson attended the Phelps County HUD or HUD meeting and MRPC meeting by Zoom on Thursday. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley reported that all tax entities will need to have their election certification to the county clerk's office by 5 o'clock on January 28. She said the county continues to work on the 2025 budget and said a tentative budget would be ready for the public by Monday, January 13th at 10 o'clock in her office. The final county budget hearing will be held at 10 o'clock in the morning on January 23rd in the Commissioner's office in the courthouse, which will be open to the public. Carly also said she balanced with the collector and assessor for the month of December on all abatements, add-ons, and collections. She also balanced with the treasurer on all accounts for the month of December. The next meeting of the Commissioners will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock in the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. Preliminary data from the Missouri Department of Conservation shows deer hunters harvested 10,089 deer during the alternative method portion of the deer season, December 28th through January 7th. Top harvest counties were Franklin with 223 deer harvested, Pike with 209, and Macon with 207 deer taken. In our area, Texas County had 110 deer taken. The Crawford County harvest was 109. Dent County harvested 98 deer. Shannon County had 71 deer harvested. Phelps County had 66 deer harvested. Reynolds County had 51 deer taken, and Iron County had 47 deer harvested. This year's harvest total was down from last year's alternative methods by 2,407 deer. Archery deer hunting continues through January 15th. For current ongoing preliminary harvest totals by season, county, and type of deer, or for more information, visit the MDC website at mdc.mo.gov. Each January, EPA seeks to raise awareness of radon exposure during National Radon Action Month, encouraging residents to protect themselves and their families by having their homes tested for the presence of radon. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that cannot be seen, smelled, or tasted. If left untreated, radon can build up indoors, leading to adverse health effects. After smoking, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States, taking the lives of approximately 21,000 Americans every year. Radon exposure is a preventable health risk, and testing for radon can help prevent prolonged exposure. Many homes in the EPA Region 7's 4 states are located in areas that fall within EPA Radon Zone 1 or 2, indicating high or moderate potential for elevated radon levels. It is estimated that on the average, 1 in 3 homes in Missouri have dangerously high levels of radon. To see if your home is one of those areas, check EPA's website to view a map of radon zones for Missouri. To learn about radon and what you can do to protect you and your family from the dangers of radon, the University of Missouri Extension invites everyone to watch a virtual program on Tuesday, January 14th at 6:30 from the St. Louis County Library. Registration is required, and participants will receive Zoom login information via email immediately after registering. The program will be recorded and sent out to those who register following the live webinar. For those interested, free radon test kits will be mailed to the participants. To register, go to the St. Louis County Library website at www.slcl.org. Click on Events and Classes, click on the Complete Events Listing tab, scroll down to Virtual Events and click on the All Online Events at the bottom of the Join Virtually box, where you can find and register for the event for free at the heading Virtual Program National Radon Action Month. That's Virtual Program National Radon Action Month. The EPA recommends taking action to fix your home if you discover radon levels above 4 picocuries per liter. If your home does have elevated levels of radon, a qualified professional can install a system to lower your indoor radon levels. For more guidance on how to address radon risks, see EPA's radon website. The EPA site will list suggestions on how to check for radon from January 27th through the 31st of this year. Volunteers for AARP will be conducting free tax filing assistance at the Salem Community Center at the Armory again this year. This free tax filing assistance will begin on Friday, February 7th and continue every Friday until April 4th. Appointments can be made by calling the Salem Community Center at 573-729-8163. The local service is provided entirely by AARP trained volunteers and will be the 20th year that Healthy Dent County has partnered with AARP to provide this free tax service to our community. AARP Foundation Tax Aid volunteers are trained in filing certain tax forms and schedules, including the Form 1040. However, the Volunteer Protection Act requires that our volunteers stay in the scope of the program. If counselors feel they do not have the adequate knowledge or your return is too complex, you may need to seek another qualified counselor or paid tax assistance. Items you will need to bring with you to have your tax returns prepared include proof of identification such as a picture ID, Social Security cards for you, your spouse, and dependents, or a Social Security number verification letter issued by the Social Security Administration. You should also bring your birth dates for you, your spouse, and dependents on the tax return. Also needed are wage and earning statements, Forms 10 W-2, W-2G, 1099-R, 1099 MISC from all employers. Year-end Social Security statements showing total SS received and Medicare payments. The interest and dividend statements from banks, those are Forms 1099. You should bring a copy of last year's federal and state tax returns if available, plus proof of bank account routing numbers and account numbers for direct deposit, such as a blank check or deposit slip. To file taxes electronically on a married filing joint tax return, both spouses must be present to sign the required forms. The Salem Community Center at the Armory is located at 1200 West Rolla Road, and appointments can be made, again, by calling 573-729-8163. Well, that has been a look at local news. News brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem Campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Tax Masters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
Hey, it's Fitz from the Country Top 40 Countdown, inviting you to join me to find out who will kick off 2025 on top. Anything can happen, so we'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Lady Basketball Tigers began their SCA conference play at Ava last night with a loss to the Lady Bears 61-28. Due to the incoming weather, only the varsity game was played. The Lady Tigers will host Houston Monday evening with JV to start at 6 o'clock and varsity to follow. You can listen to that game on KSMO Radio 1340 AM or 95.7 FM, or you can watch the game on KSMOradio.com with Tiger Talk starting around 6:50. Well, the Salem boys basketball game with Sullivan scheduled for this evening has been postponed and rescheduled for February 3rd, with only a JV and varsity contest played that night. St. Louis Blues started a 4-game homestand last night against the Anaheim Ducks. The Blues hit the ice shooting. Robert Thomas, Tyler Tucker, Jordan Carew, and Dylan Holloway would all score in the first period. The Blues will remain dominant throughout the game and claim a 6-2 victory over the Ducks. The Blues will face off against the Columbus Blue Jackets Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Columbus leads this series 1-0 with a 6-4 victory earlier this month. You can listen to this game live on KSMO Radio following the Missouri game. The 12-3 Missouri Tigers will host the 13-2 Vanderbilt Commodores Saturday afternoon at 2:30. Both teams are 1-1 in SEC play. Tune in to KSMO Radio at 2 o'clock for the pregame show tip-off to follow at 2:30. That has been a look at local and regional sports brought to us courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
I'm Bill Pollock. Just like the other night in Minnesota, the Blues scored 4 straight goals. But this time against the Ducks, they held on to their lead. They beat Anaheim 6-2. The Blues scored the first 4 goals of the game, 3 of them on their first 6 shots. The Blues have 37 goals in their last 8 games. And St. Louis has scored 4 or more goals in 5 straight and 7 of the past 8. Captain Braden Shen has 8 points in that stretch.
Defending better, coming up with puck battles, the little details, not score your goals in this league. And it's always easy to say we got to score more, but you have to change something to score more. And I feel like we're doing a lot of good things away from the puck that's resulting in us scoring goals.
The Blues host Colorado tomorrow. Tough loss for the Mizzou women, who dropped to 0-3 in the SEC. A 74-72 loss at Georgia. Mizzou got 22 points from junior guard Ashton Judd, and the Tigers had an 8-point lead with just under 5 minutes to play. Georgia outscored the Tigers 16-6 the rest of the way out. Men's hoops in the Ohio Valley. Lindenwood beat Tennessee State 72-62. SEMO took down Southern Indiana 77-66. The Cardinals locked down their all-star closer before the arbitration deadline, giving Ryan Helsley an $8.2 million deal for next season. Helsley made his second all-star team last year, and he led the National League with 49 saves. The team also agreed to terms with relievers JoJo Romero and John King. They could not sign Brendan Donovan, Andre Palante, or Lars Nootbaar. The Royals signed Chris Bubich, Carlos Hernandez, John Schreiber, Hunter Harvey, Kyle Isbell, and MJ Melendez to 1-year deals. The Royals' 40-man roster is set. With the devastating wildfires in California, the NFL is moving Monday night's playoff game between the Rams and Vikings to Arizona. The Chargers, getting ready for Houston, don't have an indoor facility. They were practicing outdoor yesterday under burnt orange skies and ashes flying around. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
We are the keepers of the wild. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving the natural landscapes that define our nation. Nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters. Together with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
Here at KSMO Radio, we've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in about 1 minute. And after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back to share our latest weather forecast with our KSMO listeners.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. To move closer to family, live within a smaller budget, or just wanting a change of scenery. Whatever your reasons, having to figure out all the various housing market trends in your area may not be what you signed up for. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in. Realtors have the expertise to help you find the right price and navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. That's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Missouri Net News, I'm Anthony Morabith. For the first time in Missouri history, a woman has been elected president pro tem, the most powerful position in the Missouri Senate. Shell Bynum, Republican Cindy O'Laughlin was elected Wednesday by the entire body to manage procedural functions and rule on parliamentary matters. In her acceptance speech, she called upon her colleagues to help Missourians.
We must support strong, healthy families, expand access to quality education, ensure safe neighborhoods, and set high expectations.
Let's get to work for Missouri families is the message from Jonathan Patterson, who has been chosen as the new State House Speaker. Patterson wants to prioritize funding for pediatric mental health care.
Mental health continues to be a problem afflicting our youth.
And parts of southern Missouri are under a winter storm warning through 6 p.m. Friday, where between 4 and 6 inches of snow are expected. This is Missouri Net.
Have you been to agroamerica.com?